Hello students, today we will study about chapter 6, that is combustion and flame. So this is the part of chemistry, the work of this chapter we will do in chemistry copy. The name of the chapter is combustion. So combustion you may have seen around you, burning of substances at your home, in the kitchen and outside, burning of many things you may have seen. So different substances burns in different way, as candle burns with flame, coal burns without flame. So the definition of combustion is a chemical process in which a substance react with oxygen and produce heat. So this is the definition of combustion, that a chemical substance when react with oxygen, the process in which a chemical substance react with oxygen and produce heat, that is called combustion, as burning of various fuels like coal, petroleum, diesel, etc. So and the substance, second way is a combustible substance. Whatever substance undergoes combustion, means whatever substance burns, they are called combustible substance, such as whatever fuels are there, coal, wood, petrol, diesel. So they are the combustible substance. They burns whatever the substances can catch fire, means they can burn. They are combustible substances, and those who do not catch fire, they are non-combustible substances, such as glass, iron, stone. They will not catch fire. If you will try, then also that will not catch fire. So they are non-combustible substances, and the substances which catch fire on heating, they are combustible substances. For the combustion, what conditions are required? For burning or for combustion, whatever conditions are required. First one is presence of combustible substance, presence of combustible substance. When combustible substance will be there, then only combustion may occur. And the second one is presence of oxygen, that is supporter gas, that help in burning, in combustion. So presence of oxygen is necessary. One activity you may have done in earlier classes, when we burn candle and cover it with anything, so that do not burn for longer time, it put off after some time. So that is because whatever oxygen is there inside the container, that is consumed during burning of the candle, and when there is no oxygen inside the container, then that get put off. So presence of oxygen is necessary. When any person's body catch fire, at that time also, means body means clothes. When the clothes of any person's body catch fire, we wrap it immediately. We wrap it with the blanket. So that blanket covers the body and cut off the supply of oxygen. So that is, in the absence of oxygen, combustion cannot take place. Third one is ignition temperature. means heating up to ignition temperature. Ignition temperature is the minimum temperature at which any combustible substance start to burn. Different substances start to burn at different temperature. Some have low ignition temperature like petrol, LPG gas, CNG gas, so that have low ignition temperature, and some have very low ignition temperature such as phosphorus. So and some have more such as wood, coal. So they burn at something higher temperature. By a matchstick you can burn paper, but you cannot burn a log of wood by using a matchstick. So it means the temperature of wood will not rise up to its ignition temperature with the help of matchstick, so that will not start to burn. But when you will burn any paper or dry leaves, then by the matchstick the ignition temperature will rise up to the ignition temperature, so the paper will start to burn. So for burning, the temperature should be reached to the ignition temperature of the substance at which it start to burn. Sometimes when we try to burn some wood of fire in the cold season, at that time we use kerosene to catch fire. So using kerosene, when we use kerosene means when we spread kerosene on the wood, and then we bring a burning matchstick near it, then that catch fire. So whatever kerosene is there in that in beginning, since its ignition temperature is low, so at that kerosene start to burn, and till then the temperature rise up to the ignition temperature of the wood, and the wood also start to burn. So these three things are required for burning, for combustion. One activity is given in your NCERT book in a paper cup. You will take paper cup, and this paper cup, you can take two paper cup. In one paper cup you fill approx 50 ml water and heat both at the candle flame or Bunsen burner. So you will see that whatever empty paper cup is there, that will start to burn immediately. Means when you will bring it, so just after some second that will start to burn, and in whatever water you have filled, that will not burn, but the flame of the candle should not reach here at the empty portion. So the flame should remain into the portion wherever water is there. So this paper cup will not burn. That is because whatever heat is being given to the paper cup, that is being transferred to the water by the process of conduction. So the temperature is not rising up to the ignition temperature of the paper. At whatever temperature paper start to burn, the temperature is not rising up to that temperature, because temperature is transferring to the water by the process of conduction, and you know that the boiling point of the water is 100 degrees Celsius. So the temperature will not rise more than 100 degrees Celsius till when the water will be there inside that. So the paper do not start, even the water start to boil also, then also the paper cup do not burn. That is because the temperature do not rise up to its ignition temperature. So it proves that the temperature should rise up to the ignition temperature for the combustion. So these are the three conditions which are required, which are necessary for the combustion. Now in flammable substances, whatever substances have low ignition temperature, the substances which have low ignition temperature and they catch fire easily, they are called inflammable substances. At sometimes we may have seen whenever whatever trains carry the petrol, diesel, etc. on the tankers, it is written highly inflammable. So inflammable means that can catch fire easily. Don't be confused that inflammable is the opposite of flammable. It is inflammable means ज्वलनशील. तो ज्वलनशील means which can catch fire easily. So whatever substance have low ignition temperature such as LPG, petrol, etc., alcohol, so that catch fire easily. Example is LPG, petrol, alcohol. So these have low ignition temperature and they can catch fire easily. Even after getting a spark of light, they start to burn. So they are called inflammable substances. Now, how can we control fire? So whatever three conditions are there, the presence of combustible substance and presence of oxygen, presence of means rising the temperature up to its ignition temperature. So from these three conditions, if any one or two if we remove, then the fire will be controlled. Sometimes when the fire catch in any house, so whatever fire brigade comes, whatever firefighters come, they throw water on that. So that water lower the temperature below the ignition temperature, whatever are burning, whatever substances or materials are burning in the house. So that by throwing water, the temperature is lowered below the ignition temperature and the spreading of fire are stopped. So ignition temperature if is lowered by throwing water on the burning material, then the fire can be controlled, but all type of fire cannot be controlled by throwing water. Whatever fire is catch because of short circuit, means any electrical appliances are involved in that, then that type of fire cannot be controlled by throwing water. As we know that although pure water is a bad conductor of electricity, but whatever ordinary water is there, whatever water the people throw on the fire, so that is not the pure water, that is the ordinary water. So that have some other substances, because of that the water conducts electricity, that water conducts electricity. So whatever people are throwing water on that by the hose pipe have catch the firefighter, so that may get electric shock or short circuit or electric shock can occur. So that is dangerous to put out fire by throwing water. If electrical appliances are involved in that, the fire has catch fire because of short circuit, so that type of fire cannot be put off by throwing water. And whatever fire has occurred, means fire catch fire in the oil, storage of oil, so in that case also water cannot be thrown, because as we know oil is lighter than the water. So if we will throw water, the water will go downward and oil will come upward, and that will start more furiously. So in that case also water cannot be used. So the first condition of putting fire, that is elimination of lowering the temperature, below ignition temperature. So by lowering temperature below ignition temperature, we can put out fire. Second condition is cutting off supply of oxygen. So since oxygen is necessary for burning, so if we cut off the supply of oxygen, then fire will be extinguished, means fire will be put off. So for this, when we throw water on that, so that water lower the temperature also, and whatever water vapor is formed at that time, that water vapor cut off the supply of oxygen also. Whatever fire extinguishers are used for small fires that have some chemicals in that, so when they are used at that time, most of them produce carbon dioxide gas. Since this carbon dioxide gas is heavier than oxygen, so when that is released over the fire, so that make a layer over the fire. Whenever fire is burns, so when carbon dioxide gas is released over the fire, so that make a layer, that is because of it is heavier than oxygen, so it make a layer over the fire and cut off the supply of oxygen, and the fire get controlled, fire get extinguished. So by cutting off supply of oxygen, fire can be controlled. As I told you that when any person's clothes catch fire, at that time we wrap the person with a blanket, so we cut off the supply of oxygen at that time. So by cutting off supply of oxygen, fire can be controlled. And the third condition is removing combustible substance, material, combustible material. Whatever material is burning, that may be removed, then also combustion will not take place. But in some cases it is not possible. In most of the cases it is not possible. Whenever fire catch in a building, so whole building is a fuel, whole building is a combustible material, so at that time you cannot remove the whole building at other place. So this is not possible in every case. But if it is a small fire, at that time, if the fire has catch in wood and from one side it is burning, so whatever remaining wood is there, that can be removed, so that fire cannot spread. So combustible materials, whatever is burning, that can be removed. So by removing any of these three things, three conditions, we can put off fire. Fire can be controlled. Now the type of combustion. There are three main type of combustion. First one is rapid combustion. Second is spontaneous combustion. Spontaneous combustion. And third one is explosion. In rapid combustion, generally whatever the burning take place in our surrounding, that most of that is rapid combustion, such as burning of paper, wood, coal, diesel, petrol. So these all are rapid combustion. So the rapid combustion is the combustion in which a material burns rapidly with producing heat and light. That is called rapid combustion. For example, burning of LPG, paper, wood, diesel, petrol. So these are rapid combustions. In that, heating is necessary, means from outside heat is applied, either in the form of matchstick or in the form of any other mean. Heat is applied, then combustion take place. But in spontaneous combustion, that is the type of combustion in which a material suddenly bursts into flame. Suddenly means without applying any spark of light, a spark of fire. So that suddenly start to burst into flame without application of heat is called spontaneous combustion, such as phosphorus. The ignition temperature of phosphorus is below the room temperature. So at room temperature also it start to burn. That's why it is kept into the water, so that it may not come in contact of oxygen and that may not burn. So phosphorus start to burn at the room temperature only, without applying the heat from outside. So that is spontaneous combustion. An explosion. In Diwali you burn firecrackers that explode, that make sound also, that produce heat, sound and light also. But that happens, that is because when we burn firecrackers, so in that whatever substances are there on combustion, they produce a lot of gas at once, immediately. So that gas becomes the cause of explosion. So the combustion in which a lot of gas is produced rapidly, that is called explosion. So because of that large amount of production of large amount of gas, explosion occurs, and in that case the sound, light also produced. So these are the three main type of combustion. One more is there, that is slow combustion. If rapid combustion is there, slow combustion will also be there. So slow combustion, as whatever food we take, that is called the fuel for the body. So in our body also, the whatever nutrients are absorbed, so that react with oxygen and that produce heat. So that is a type of slow combustion. So these are the type of combustion. Remaining we will discuss in the next video, because video will be too much long. So in this video only this much. Thank you.